We stream movies, hop on video calls, and shop online pretty much every single day without even thinking about it. But have you ever stopped to wonder what invisible rules are working behind the scenes to make sure it doesn't all just fall apart? Well, today, we're going to pull back that curtain. We're looking at the 4 fundamental rules that make the entire internet tick. And to really get it, we're going to start by imagining the internet not as some techie cloud, but as a city.
So, let's just try a little thought experiment, right? Imagine for a second the internet isn't this abstract thing, but it's a huge, sprawling city. You've got millions of people, cars, messages, all trying to get somewhere important, all at the same time.
I mean, without traffic lights, road signs, or just some basic rules of the road, that city would be total gridlock in, minutes? The internet is exactly the same. It's built on this invisible foundation, a set of principles that just keeps everything flowing smoothly. So let's take a look at the 4 essential pillars that hold it all together.
All right, here they are: fault tolerance, scalability, quality of service, and security. Now, I know they sound super technical, but trust me, the ideas behind them are actually pretty simple, and they are absolutely crucial for everything we do online. Now, let's kick things off with how the internet deals with a crisis.
First up, fault tolerance. This is basically the internet's promise to you that your data is going to find a way to get where it's going, no matter what kind of roadblocks pop up. It's all about making sure there's never, ever a dead end.
Let's think about it this way. You're driving home from work, taking your usual route, and bam, you hit a massive traffic jam. The road's completely blocked. What do? You're not just going to give up and drive back to the office, right? No, you'd pull out your phone and find another way.
Your GPS just instantly kicks in and finds you a detour. Well, the internet does the exact same thing for your data. If a router somewhere goes down or a cable gets accidentally cut, the network just automatically reroutes your email or that movie you're streaming through a totally different path. It just finds the next best way to keep things moving.
And that, right there in a nutshell, is fault tolerance. It's the network's amazing ability to handle failures without you even noticing anything went wrong, making sure your service just keeps on working. The key here is that the whole system is built expecting things to fail, and it knows how to handle it gracefully.
Okay, so the network can handle a breakdown, but what happens when it needs to get bigger, like way bigger? That brings us to our second pillar, scalability. This is the network's incredible ability to grow and grow and grow without slowing down or just completely breaking. It's designed for endless expansion.
Let's say you've got a small office with 10 computers, and everything's running great. So what happens when your company doubles in size and you add 10 more computers? Well, a scalable network handles that growth without anyone noticing a drop in performance. That 20th person should have just as smooth an experience as the very first person did.
And really, the internet itself is the ultimate example of this. I mean, think about it. Every single second, millions of new phones, laptops, servers, you name it, are connecting. And yet, it just keeps on chugging along. It handles this mind-boggling growth almost perfectly, always making room for more.
So, the network is tough, and it can grow. But with billions of devices all chattering at once, how does it decide what's important? Well, that's where our third pillar comes in. Quality of service, or you'll hear it called QoS. Think of it like the internet's traffic management system. It creates a priority lane for the really urgent stuff.
Okay, picture this. A tiny piece of data from your video call and a piece of an email you just sent arrive at a router at the exact same time. Now, they have very different needs, right? The video call is happening in real time, it's super sensitive to delays, but the email, it can wait a second.
The router has to make a choice. It can only handle one at a time. So, who gets to go first? The urgent video call or the not-so-urgent email? What do you think?
The video call, of course. A 1-second delay when you send an email is no big deal at all. But a 1-second delay on a video call, that's that frozen screen, the robot voice, it's a disaster. Quality of service is the rule that tells the router, hey, prioritize the time-sensitive stuff, making sure our real-time chats actually happen in real time.
All right, we've got a network that's resilient, can grow, and knows how to prioritize traffic. But is it safe? That brings us to our 4th and final pillar, security. This is the internet's digital bodyguard, the tech designed to protect our information from attackers and anyone who shouldn't see it. I mean, just think about any time you bought something online. You type in your credit card number, you hit buy, and that info just flies across the public internet. How can you possibly be sure that no one is snooping on that information as it zips across the web? That is where security comes in.
Network security is really built on three big ideas, sometimes called the CIA triad. First up is confidentiality. That's just a fancy way of saying your data is kept secret, like sealing your credit card info in an envelope only Amazon can open. Next is integrity. This makes sure that nobody changes your info along the way. Your $10 purchase can't magically become a $1,000 one. And finally, there's availability, which just means Amazon's website is actually up and running when you need to use it.
So we've gone through all 4 of these pillars. But why does this stuff actually matter to you? Well, it's because our entire digital life pretty much depends on the promises that they make.
Each one of these pillars makes a simple but really powerful promise. Fault tolerance promises that your connection will always find a way, even when things break. Scalability promises the network can grow as big as we need it to. Quality of service promises your important stuff gets priority. And security promises your information is kept safe and sound. It's these 4 guarantees all working together that create the reliable internet we count on every single day.
And that kind of leaves us with a final thought for the future. As we start connecting everything to the internet, our cars, our smart homes, our coffee makers, even life-saving medical devices, which of these 4 pillars do you think becomes the most critical to get right? Is it keeping the system from ever failing? Or is it making sure it's 100% secure? It's definitely something to think about. Thanks for joining me.